So it ain't even safe in these R&B streets, ladies and gentlemen. What is life and what is music? Before we go any further, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. My name is Mfasis. I am an artist and a content creator, and I am not an AI creation. And I do videos about music and content creation for certain topics that interest me. And this interests me, but I gotta explain to y'all just in case you don't understand the lore that has led to an AI artist dropping an R&B diss track towards Kehlani. So, for people that don't realize, for the past several years, major labels have been playing with the idea of promoting AI generated artists, from FN Mecca, who went viral a few years ago, that computer program, to Timbaland's K-pop artist that he started to promote. They've been looking for as many ways and opportunities as possible to completely move the human being out of the equation entirely. And one thing that has really allowed them to further explore how they would be able to do this, and by they I mean the record labels, one thing that has allowed them to explore this has been there have been tech companies that have been dabbling in these sort of ideas. One company that got really popular in the past year has been a tech company called Suno that creates AI songs, or I guess you would call it AI original songs. It's not really original, unfortunately. That's the catch. Nothing about it is original whatsoever. The way it works is, long story short, the way it works is it scans millions of songs and artists. It it the program takes note and studies the artist's voice, the type of beats that are being used, the instruments that are being used, the cadence, all these different details in a song. And then it samples all of these songs and then uses that to create a song using other people's work as a template. So basically, it's blatantly sampling without actually getting the consent of the artist, which is cause for a lawsuit, which is why Suno has faced legal trouble in the past year. They're in the midst of lawsuits because of the fact that they're engaging in these unethical practices that are clearly sampling other artists without their consent. So recently, a songwriter created an alleged songwriter. I gotta say allegedly, but I'm gonna explain why I'm gonna say allegedly later. But an alleged songwriter created an AI artist named Xania or Xania. Doesn't really matter how it's pronounced. It's a computer code. I don't have to figure out its name. So I'm gonna just say Xania. So Xania has released some songs. The whole aesthetic of this computer code has gone viral, and it has led to a record label signing Xania to a $3 million record deal. Now, many artists have spoken out against this, most notably R&B singer Kehlani. She, like many other people, don't like this because you can clearly see that, hey, these programs are literally stealing everybody's music and then just slightly tweaking it and being able to get $1 million deals based off of that. Like, you guys got to realize there's a lot of artists at this point, like real human artists, that don't even get $1 million record deals anymore. When's the last time you heard about some artist getting $1 million record deal? Like, most of these artists that sign now, they get in these crazy 360 deals where they might get paid maybe 70 grand, maybe like 100 grand at most. Like, these artists are not signing for nearly as much money as you would think they are. Like, they really aren't. Some of these artists are signing for as little as like $20,000. But that's neither here nor there. Either way, in response to Kehlani and her criticism, this AI computer code released a diss track in response. Yes, a diss track. an entire diss track. Spr- ah, Don DeMarco, that type of diss track. Yes, an actual diss track. And yes, this diss track was just as ridiculous as you would imagine. Just as ridiculous. In this diss track, first of all, the song starts off with this computer program saying that Kehlani didn't come to her first, as if she really existed in the first place. Like, come on, like that's ridiculous. And that alone, statements like that are scattered throughout this song and it lets me know that this alleged writer who's claiming she's the one writing these lyrics, I'm calling cap on that. She ain't writing these lyrics, ladies and gentlemen. She is not writing these lyrics. So many of these lyrics are just completely lacking in self-awareness. Plus, if you were already lazy enough to create a whole catfish AI alter ego for your music, are we really gonna trust that you actually have the discipline to sit down and write a song when you probably just went to the same type of AI platforms like Suno to just go and have them create the lyrics for you? Like, come on, man. But it's just a bunch of lyrics that lack self-awareness. Claims that this AI is in the diss, the AI is claiming that her songs have like healed and saved people's lives, which again, a statement like that I know is not from the writer. That's coming straight from this AI program scanning millions of songs and recognizing there are other artists over the past several decades who have mentioned in their songs how they have made music that their fans say have stopped them from committing suicide. One of my favorite Kid Cudi songs is Soundtrack to My Life. He has a lyric in that song where he basically says, I like to see myself as a sacrifice to let the kids know they're not the only ones who's being kept up at night. So lyrics like that, I'm positive that this AI program scanned and took that same sort of concept of like, oh man, I'm changing people's lives, I'm saving people's lives. Nobody's life is being saved here, man. Y'all know nobody's life is being saved here. The AI program called Kehlani a hater, said her voice was shaking when your voice shakes when you hating. Like, what? And then the AI program said she wasn't trying to compete. So they got the AI program trying to play the victim here. I said, "Oh, hell no, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What do you mean you're not trying to compete, bro? Oh, okay, so this program that's following somebody else's instructions, that's following a prompt that can't think on its own. This is again, it's being instructed to do this. This is AI. What we call AI technically doesn't exist. What we call AI is really just advanced machine learning. It can't do anything without somebody else's instructions. You're being instructed to compete. Your entire creation was meant or created. It came to be based off of people wanting to compete. Your whole existence is based off of greedy tech people stealing other people's intellectual property to train a computer program in order to gain a competitive edge within the realm of music, because obviously these computer programs, if they sample enough artists and they make a song based off of a prompt that also aligns with the type of music that is in a specific genre that they already scanned, that's going to allow them to make a bunch of songs in like 10 minutes. By default, you're competing and you're blatantly cheating. And it's ridiculous to say you're not competing because all of social media is a competition. It just is what it is. Even when for the writer, the alleged writer who made this AI creation, she knows she's trying to compete. And the proof is in the pudding, because when you look at the aesthetic of this AI avatar is attractive and skinny. Whereas the actual alleged writer behind this is some average looking fat woman, some average looking obese person. Do you think it's a coincidence that she chose to create a character that's the exact opposite of how she looks? Nah, it's not a coincidence. Like, that was done on purpose because you knew that would get more views. Like, if somebody doesn't know any better and they just see a picture of this AI character, some people might legit think this is real and click on the picture just because the AI avatar has a pretty face. Like, this whole situation is just ridiculous. And then, come on, dog. Like, you're not trying to compete. What? Even if, like, let's say the writer actually wrote this. That's a ridiculous statement. That statement lacks all self-awareness. As a matter of fact, forget lacking self-awareness. That statement is gaslighting. Because you're trying to act like, oh, I'm just minding my business, doing my thing, and, I'm not. Nah, bullshit. This whole thing is a competition, bro. When you are uploading content, you are fighting for the attention of people who have the attention span of a gnat. Most people, there have been countless studies to come out saying that most people, when it comes to the content they consume, whether it's music or videos, most people aren't even allowing the song or video to play for longer than 7 seconds before they move on if they don't like it. You are in a very intense fight for people's attention. You're competing. Nobody's uploading content with the intention of getting 0 views, 0 likes, 0 comments. That's not the intention. And then this AI program went on to say that she didn't ask for the fame or the hype, which she didn't. Oh, you didn't ask for the fame or the hype? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I guess you being created to go viral just somehow some way it was the result of serendipity, I guess. I don't know. Like, just miraculously you just appeared out of thin air. Just immaculate conception for a computer program. I mean, there's a first time for everything. But again, ridiculous statements like that where it's just no real self-awareness. And I'm like, that to me gives me the impression the writer didn't write this unless the writer is also just not self-aware. But I don't even think that's the case. I think that it's legit just a person, a lazy person, who just wrote a prompt in and say, hey, I need lyrics for this type of song, and it gave you those lyrics. That's what I think actually happened. But who knows? Kehlani and Jermaine Dupri, among other people, responded to this, and they just laughed it off, as they should, because this is ridiculous. But this is only the beginning. How far will this go? I'm not sure. Only time is going to tell. But it's going to be interesting to see how people continue to adjust to this new element of music where you have to compete with literal AI creations, like literal, basically you're competing with zeros and ones, because that's all computer codes are when it comes down to it. Zeros and ones, all of this. But you got to compete with it. So we'll see what ends up being the next big AI artist.